But who can ever say that the term of a prime minister, even the greatest of the great, was free of any controversy? Nehru remains India's greatest prime minister. Now, many people have spoken. Some have criticized this policy or that. Ms. Imli has been particularly vocal on the question of women's rights and so on. Yes, but who can ever say that the term of a prime minister, even the greatest of the great, was free of any controversy? Certainly, there will be those who will have differences of opinion about this policy or that policy. Now, Ms. Anand spoke eloquently about Jammu and Kashmir. I have personal experience with Jammu and Kashmir, and I'm afraid you are on fairly loose footing on that. That we'll argue later, because that is not the relevant issue here. The relevant issue here is, to qualify as India's greatest prime minister, what must we look at? This policy or that policy? No. How did Nehru find India when he became prime minister? How did India find herself when Nehru passed away in 1964? And here, what my colleague, the professor, said in the beginning is of relevance. What India had Prime Minister Nehru inherited. It's no use talking about partition and all that went before, because he was not, he was partly responsible as being part of the political leadership, but not as prime minister. What he was responsible for were the consequences of the Great Bengal famine, about which the professor has spoken in so much detail, and partition, the culmination of this great colonial rule of which some countries are so proud. And for this, to really understand what that legacy was, I can do no better than to refer you to the work of our great author, William Dalrymple, who is here, The Anarchy. Mind you, what the first 150 years of British rule was an anarchy. And then the work by Shashi Tharoor, my friend, An Era of Darkness. That is the India which Jawaharlal Nehru inherited. And what did he leave for us? A dynamic, vibrant democracy. Yes, poverty levels were still far too high, 45%. But look at us. Yes, we had suffered defeat at the hands of China in 1962. But look at our army. The same army after that. Look at its performance in 65. Look at its performance in 71.
If you've enjoyed the conversation that you just heard, do subscribe to our channel for much more.